Hey, what's up everybody? The Amazing here today to bring you another review. Today we're going to talk about the Mezco 112 Collective, John Constantine. This is our comic book version, aka what we would say, like if you couldn't use Constantine, you would call it Hellblazer, especially if you read the old Vertigo stuff. Oh my lord, Jesus, it's so good. If you haven't, please, I highly recommend you read the original Hellblazer run. It was absolutely amazing. I believe they're putting it back out on print. So if you haven't had a chance, please go check that out. I cannot recommend the Hellblazer comic book enough. It kind of would set the tone for this version of Constantine that most people know and love. That even when we got the live action, it's like it was almost like you can't change it. Like we need this version of Constantine always. So I love that it stuck so much into people's hearts that we are here now. So let me pick this up and back it up just a little bit like a U-Haul truck. There we go. There we go. And today we're going to talk about how cool this guy is, because he absolutely is. If you don't read comic books or not familiar, this is your down on the luck magic guy who things don't necessarily work out for him in his favor, and we have this excellent toy for it. Recently I reviewed the Aton Custom one, which covers our Keanu Reeves version of Constantine, but I am super excited because I love comic book Constantine, and this complements that movie version very, very well. As you see with his loose-fitting clothes, because Constantine doesn't take real good care of itself. Like, he carries around his jacket, his tie is always loose, his shirt is a little raggedy, because Constantine is a reckless dude, and I do mean reckless. Like, this guy is the definition of super reckless. So, with all of that being said, let me fix those feet because my dial's uneven, and let's talk about this guy. We have our beautiful, beautiful face sculpt, which I don't think covers enough. So what I'm going to do is I'm going to grab one of my lights, because the sun is starting to go down, and it's also a really weird rainy overcast. So I'm going to try to bring some light forward. We can just, there we go. We can see just how good that sculpt is. And I gotta say, I think it captures it pretty well. In case you can't see it, I know some people say that the head is like really big. The first thing, it is a little big, but it's not as people are making it out to be. I also love that my man's eyes always look bloodshot, even through those pearly blues. Showing it off, that sculpt is really beautiful. My man got a strong bone structure, structure. It's really crazy. But I like that it's not the singular neck motif. We've really got that going for us. So look at that. We have a beautiful forward neck articulation. We can go backwards. We can extend left and right. We have full rotation with Constantine. Even through our jacket, we can hit our T-pose. The jacket will hinder it a bit from coming up, but for the most part, it is there. When we take off our jacket, we do get a little bit more range. We do have bicep swivel, and we are double jointed. So let's pop these arms off so you guys can naturally see what's going on underneath the hood of our engine. Because my man got guns. He don't really got no guns. As you can see, our arms are folded up like classic Constantine, and you will find out that Constantine is indeed double jointed. I know this was a big thing for some people. Your boy is double jointed. He has a beautiful waist articulation that folds around. I gotta tuck that back in now because I did a little too much. But yeah, our upper body articulation is always looking very promising already. We can hit our 90-degree angle. We have thigh swivel. We have a beautiful double crunch. This Constantine body is probably going to, and let's see our ankle pivot. With our boot cut up top, we actually have some really nice ankle pivot. So I'm going to say, like, I'm going to go out on a limb and say, hopefully this will be the new body going forward. But as you can see here, Constantine is ready to be posed in every single way. And hopefully he sets the stage truly for the new body types that Mezco can offer. Because look at this. This looks stunning. I'm really feeling this. Like, the ankle pivot actually has enough movement so that it can sit flat and sit nice. That is a plus. By the way, our jacket is wired here, and throughout the lining it is also wired, so you can get long flowing out of it. You can get a lot of, I would say, like Doctor Strange's cape, you can get a lot of imagination and livelihood out of it. But yes, I really do enjoy this. So when we talk about our movements, our looks, like, John is ready to scrap up, and I like that because with John having this body, it kind of sets you up for, well, this is John Fu, but it also sets you up for a couple of things. Most importantly, that the movement is being taken seriously for this character, which means hopefully going forward we can get more of that. I really do want more of that. So with that being said, it's important that we jump into our accessories. So let's get started on that. I'll see you guys in a second. All right, so I left your boy right here, and in Constatine Fu pose. So we're gonna talk about our accessories. This gets really, really fun because Constatine comes with so much. He's packed with a lot. I'm hoping that I don't miss anything. That's how much he comes with. So let's get started. First things first, let's talk about our hands. One thing I want to talk about right out the gate are going to be our really cool magical tarot card holding hands. You'll get 2 hands for this. Oh, look at that. Look, delicioso. Don't mind me. I'm just really into this. So with our magic cards hand, we'll actually get 2 of these. So one for our right hand, which I have here. Right? And then we'll get a left hand one as well. Now, I experimented and I found out you can actually remove the cards as well too, in case you want to turn them around or swap around which way. You can actually, I did not mean to drop that wasn't supposed to happen, but you can actually do that, which is really cool. Next up, we will get a magic shotgun. I thought that this was really dope. It's not talked about in the box, but you get a magic shotgun. Let's see. No, you can't twist that handle. I wish you could though, but I was hoping you would be able to at least shoot the reload. But yes, we have a magic shotgun, right? We will go with 2 versions of magical swords. We have this demonic sword here. I forgot which handle this was, but we have this here, sort of like a twin demonic blade. Then we'll actually get another sword here. So if you want to add some cool effects, feel free to. You'll get these 2. Next up, you'll get 2 magical flaming hands pieces. So these will fit into certain designated hands, which I'll go over shortly. You'll get 2 of these. You will get a chainsaw, because sometimes you got to get your hands dirty. And like I said, this is what I enjoy about Constatine. Sometimes you're just going to have to get your hands dirty. Next up, we will get magical effects. So we'll actually get wrist-like effects here. Some magical effects. So you get them in blue. Then you'll also get some orange ones, which I think that they highlight each other pretty well, showing you the different types of magic. Blue can be like restorative magic or like binding spells, or you can make your yellow like attack spells and things like that. It's really going to be up to you, but you'll also get designated larger spells that are very nice. And there are hands that are equipped to that, and I'll go over that in a second, which is why I just put them down right in front of me. We'll also get a cross, because sometimes you got to fight vampires. So Constantine, may team up with Blade in my photos. You never know. We'll figure that out. So as far as the hands go, and this is why I want to talk about it. So there are designated hands. I want to make sure I get these right. And I believe it's these type of hands that fit into that effect. I'm going to manually change my focus. There we go. So you'll get these hands, and these hands literally... Nope, it's not these ones. See? This is why I want to make sure. Or is it these ones? Yes, here it is. See? This is why you got to make sure. So you'll get these hands, and they slide into the effects, because it's very hard to see here, even picking up on camera. It's very hard to see here. But there are grooves in the slots around it. As you can see for the hand formation. You can't see with my hand clearly, but they fit into particular slots that will allow you to slide it literally in place. And this is how it holds up with the hand. But it's really hard to capture on camera, which is why I'm having trouble right now, because I'm trying to look through the camera to do it. And it's really not working in my favor, and it's really kind of embarrassing for me. But yes, they will fit into the effects, and they actually hold really well. But unfortunately, I can't pick it up on camera, which is quite frustrating. You'll also get a set of, these are going to be the ones that hold, these are the hands that actually are going to hold your flame effects. These look absolutely brilliant because they look like cool magic-like holding hands. I've always enjoyed things like that. You get your more relaxed hands, as you saw earlier, but you can also use that for other stuff. You get your open claw-like hands, like I said, if you want to do Constatine Fu or Magic Fu. You will get that designated trigger hand for that shotgun. You will also get an item holding hand when you want to hold those swords. Very important. In this hand in particular, it's for holding your lighter, because you do get a lighter. You can also hold your cigarettes because you do get both. Here is the lighter opened up with the open flame, right? And then we also get the lighter closed as well. It is very minuscule and tiny, and I do not wish to lose it, which is why it's been in my face this whole time. Then we will also get our extra sculpts. So we actually have 4 head sculpts in total. You saw the one that's sitting here blurred out in our background. Here is our beat up sculpt with the neutral face. I absolutely adore this sculpt here. I think this is really nice. Then we have our beat up sculpt of him smiling, which I love even more. This is really good. Then you will get a smiling neutral sculpt. No, not smiling neutral. A smiling sculpt, or a smirk sculpt. Now, what's really cool about this is that there is a weird, crazy technology here that because you'll get cigarettes, right? And so for your cigarettes, this is where it gets crazy, because you'll get normal cigarettes. You'll get like these barely lit ones. Oop. Right? And then you have one with a really cool effect that kind of smokes all the way up, right? So in this sculpt, and this is hard to explain, so I'm just going to show you on camera, there's a weird soft mouth technology that for the side of the mouth, I'm going to just push it in, and it magically just goes in there. So look at that. This is brilliant. This is utterly brilliant. And it took me a while to like figure it out at first, because I was just like, how am I supposed to do this? So yes, look at that. I love this. I love it a lot. 10 out of 10 for effort. But that's just me. That's because I appreciate those kind of things, and it's really cool to me. So with Constantine up there and Constantine Fu, what I'm going to do off camera is, because Riley is trying to get up on the desk and I don't want to knock anything down, especially these small cigarettes, I'm going to take a break and give him some pets, and then we're going to jump into the size comparison. I'll see you guys in a little bit. Hey yo, hey yo, hey yo. Now we're at the size comparison, so let's have some fun. First things first, I guess we will compare to the Aton Customs John Constantine, which isn't really a comparison. This is more like a fun thing to do, because one is a movie Constantine and the other is being that of excuse me, the other being a comic book version of Constantine, or Constantine, depends on if you watch Sandman or not. So here we are with these two, Aton Custom and comic book Constantine, or Tine, right? There we have those two. Next up, let's compare to some other Mezco characters, and that of the DC universe. First things first, magic guys stick together. So here we are with, oh, that didn't mean to happen. Here we are with Dr. Fate, being a jerk and knocking Constantine over. Right? So here we are with these two. So magic guys stick together. So here is Fate and Constantine. Right? Teen. Now I'm more confused because I've been watching Sandman. Next thing up, here we are with Mezco Batman, who has a custom cape, and I forgot to roll it back because otherwise it will get on the way. All the way in the way. So here we are. And these three look really good together. Right? Looking pretty solid, pretty cool. It's one of those things where it is, the height discrepancy doesn't bother me, with probably the exception of Batman. But I don't mind Fate. He's magic, so he could probably make himself magically taller, right? Let's remove these two guys, right? Oop, caught you this time, right? Now we're going to compare it to another magic user, being that of Doctor Strange. So here we are with the Mezco Doctor Strange, kind of showing off where we're getting and how far we've come, because Doctor Strange uses those single jointed elbows. He's a little taller, a bit of a slimmer body, but it's cool to see how far we've come with this, because at this point Constantine like really has a dope body. Now if you want to get really crazy, here we are with a NECA Creepshow horror, who I use as a zombie, and here's a NECA Creepshow horror looking gigantic, but I love it because it'll look really good in like zombie or monster photos. I'm always a fan of that kind of stuff. Everyone knows I love to do that kind of stuff. Here we are with a Marvel Legends Spider-Man. And then we have Atticus Doom. Again, my magic homies stick together, right? So here we are. Atticus Doom looking significantly smaller on it in a different body, right? Next up, we have G.I. Joe Dusty. I just got Dusty in, so I feel like it's a good time to like show off until I can get around to reviewing it. Next up, we have Valaverse Rollout on a Night Brigade body. As you can see, he's really kind of close in with domestics. Other domestics, I should say. Last but not least, for fun, like we always do, here we are with Mythic Legions. Normally, Mythic Legions are a lot bigger, so it'll be fun to use Belphegor as a demon up against Constatine. Last but not least, your main man, 50 grand, the man of 2,000 skills, SH Figuarts Kamen Rider Kuga. Always too tiny, but it doesn't hurt to let him have a little bit of fun showing up in the video. Now, there you have it size-wise, how he stacks out. Like, honestly, very excited with this figure. By the way, that cigarette technology, I believe, works for all of the sculpts as it kind of molds itself back into place. I want to just double check that right now. So I'm going to try it out with this sculpt, right? Let me just see. Yep. So there we are with the beat up sculpt, doing the same thing. So it definitely works on all of the sculpts. And that's really cool, to be honest. So just want to say thank you for those who are watching, supporting by watching, because it's a big deal to me, honestly. I think it means a lot that you guys stick around to watch my stuff. It does mean a lot. And if you're watching this video at the end, just know that there are always words of encouragement. And I know some people have asked me, why do I do the words of encouragement? So I'm going to tell you a quick story here at the end. I do it because at the end of the day, most of the time, there are people who feel alone or in doubt. And because the internet is such a very big place, you oftentimes feel really, really small. So the least I can do is let you know that you are not alone, whether it's on the internet or in the world in general. Sometimes we have feelings that we cannot comprehend. We cannot simply just put out into words, and we sometimes just have to feel them out. Hopefully what I can say to you can give you some solace and let you know that feelings are valid. Whether they are wrong, right, they're still feelings, therefore they are valid. But sometimes we need to take the time to process them and reevaluate why we got where we are in our journeys. So I hope this helps you, truly and always, because sorting out feelings and making sure you are the best you is very important. So whether you're sad, angry, happy, no matter what it is, at the end of the day, I hope that you can remember to, be good, do good, and drink your water, guys. Later.